Hey guys, thanks for tuning into India. First up is the iconic Vespa Sprint. It looked great in its heyday and now the modern rendition looks equally good and it performs really well. Speaking of performance, we will be looking at a car that is all about the performance, the Lotus Exige S. Truly a driver's car. Enjoy. Everybody's favorite scooter is now back again, and if you think that the regular soft curves of the LX150 is a little bit too feminine and cutesy for you, well, this time round Vespa is coming back with straighter, sleeker lines. This is the Vespa Sprint 150, the sleeker, leaner and meaner big brother of our favorite LX150 Vespa. Now guys, you know what they say, like, if it ain't broken, why fix it? Well, Vespa didn't really fix it, but they made it better. This is, of course, a very easily recognizable bike, and you know it upon first look that it's a Vespa, but you know also that this is a slightly different Vespa because suddenly you have straight lines. Come on, what's this? This is the Sprint, as I mentioned, and this is a design that is quite familiar from way back then, but it's been refreshed and it's made to in this latest Vespa iteration. A couple of things definitely sets this bike apart from the other regular Vespa out there. Three things definitely will jump out at you first and foremost. Number one, of course, is the most recognizable feature is this square-ish, trapezoidal really, headlamp that really just adds a little touch of modernness to an otherwise completely retro-looking design. Secondly, these seats come with this very classy white tubing, and that again sets it apart from the regular Vespa, and it's definitely looking a lot more comfortable. And third, and most significantly, if you check out the wheels with its beautiful alloys, the wheels are now 12 inches. So it's an upgrade from the regular 10-inch of the previous bike. So if you think that the older Vespas, or rather the other iteration of Vespa comes in, which is the LX150, is running on wheels that are a little bit too skinny and too small on the 10 inches, well, on the 12-inch, it's definitely a big improvement. So other than that, it's a very familiar package. You've got the beautiful cowling, and it's very modern because you've got the LEDs, the daytime running lights up front. The seating position is very comfortable. Your footrests are really comfortable for the front passenger as well as for the pillion rider, and they've got grab handles at the back to hold on to. The tail design is a little bit similar to the other bike, so that's nothing to shout about. But you know what, this Vespa is also all about practicality, so it's just amazing how much you can achieve. You've got this glove compartment over here where you can keep stuff like your riding goggles, or in my case, my riding glasses. And that's just a great addition. And most importantly, really, when it comes to practicality, you can't beat this. This huge storage bin is enough to swallow up this entire helmet. In fact, if you have a bigger full face helmet, not a problem at all. This is where it goes in, and you can just walk away, you know, with absolutely nothing at all. And for ladies, it's really important that you have this space because you can put your handbags in there safely without having to worry. Oh, and of course, this is also where you access the fuel tank. To refuel, you go down there. But you know what? We already know that this Vespa is an awesome bike. It looks awesome, it rides awesome from the last iteration, but really we want to find out if in this iteration it's going to perform well or not. So let's go for a ride. The funny thing is, I thought, alright, let's do something different and let's take this Vespa onto the motorway to see if it's going to be alright on the motorway, on the highways. You know what, it actually performs quite okay. You can actually keep up to speed. I'm going at a constant 60 kilometers an hour, no problem at all to actually bring this baby up to about 100 kilometers an hour. Post that, then you're probably going to be huffing and puffing a little bit. This 150cc engine is actually very capable. It's a 3-valve engine, and it pushes out about 10.7 brake horsepower and about 20 newton meters of torque. Just nice for this application. But you know what, this chassis, the rigidity of the chassis and the fact that it's just so nimble, this chassis can easily handle more power than that. So to actually take this bike on a blast down the motorway and keeping up to regular traffic is really, really quite okay. This bike is definitely meant to be used in the city. So that goes without saying that it's a dondle. You actually feel very comfortable, very relaxed. The covers up front actually protect you from stone chips and stuff like that. I'm not wearing socks, as you can see, and I don't feel anything on my ankles. It's just such an easy bike to live with. It's so comfortable, it's so convenient, and this engine really, really gives you just about the right amount of power. The suspension of this bike ensures that it's always smooth. It pivots as well as, you know, it goes up and down. So it gives you, look at that, you know, I just went over that and hardly felt anything. It wasn't jarring at all. It really is brilliant. The suspension ensures that that you're always going to be comfortable on this bike. It also gives you a sense of sure-footedness. The brakes grab quite okay, but really the engine is a gem over here. It's much better than the previous carburetor engines of the Vespas of yore. In fact, this iteration is even better in the version that you find in the LXV. It's just gives you enough power, enough torque. It's even economical. Apparently, if you were going at a constant 50 kilometers an hour, it gives you returns of up to 64 kilometers to the liter. That is amazeballs, seriously. You can go far with this Vespa, definitely. Not a problem at all, comfortable, you've got space for your luggage. You can definitely go very far with this Vespa. Alright, you're in a van, I'm on a bike. I'm not going to step back and be held behind traffic. Ciao. Now it goes without saying that this Vespa Sprint is a great city bike, but then again we know that any Vespa is a fantastic city bike. But what you do get extra with this bike is, as we have discussed earlier, you get extra design that sets you apart from the regular LX150 gang, and then you get a dash of masculinity thanks to the beefier wheels. But the beefier wheels gives you something a lot more important, which is sure-footedness. It gives you an added sense of stability, which you will welcome. But you know what, at the end of the day, you buy a Vespa because you want to look great in it, and you will look great in it. Everybody's going to turn heads because it is a Vespa with a twist, with a difference, and it's going to make you feel wonderful.